So after the insurrection on January the 6 years ago at the US Capitol, I put out a video on anger. And I'm including the link here because everything I said in there is still valid and it's worth reviewing it if you are concerned about what's going on. But I'm going to do a new one here because there's all kinds of other things going on now. And I think it's important to frame this. So, first of all, anger is a very useful motivational tool. No question. Said that in the first video. And there's lots of things for people to be angry about now. You've got a bunch of wannabe oligarch billionaires who are scraping together money from every program that they can raid to try to give themselves even further tax breaks to cement their greed and become even more wealthy than they already are. And there's absolutely no empathy for anybody involved in this. We have a bunch of people who are severe narcissists who think that they're the answer to everything and don't care about anyone but themselves. And you've got people losing jobs, veterans losing support, people losing their medical care, all kinds of stuff to make this happen. And they've succeeded in getting the whole world upset with them and buying anything other than American. And that's not going to make things better. So, are there things you could be angry at? Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing, if you talk to anybody from any martial arts tradition who's wearing a black belt, any warrior witch like me or heathen warrior, whatever, they're going to tell you the same thing. If you want to win a fight, get your opponent angry because it will cloud their perception. It will cause them to make mistakes. It will cause them to overreach. And every time they overreach, that's an opening that you can use to get in there and engage in the gentle art of folding clothes with somebody still in them and take them down. You do not want to get angry because that's exactly what they want. They want you to do violent stuff. They want you to react and take it out on somebody. And then they are going to be able to point at you and say, see, you're a terrorist. And invent all kinds of horrible things that they could do to try to justify stopping you. Don't give them that. Basic Sun Tzu, The Art of War, the best general is the one who wins without ever engaging. Okay, I'm not saying don't defend yourself. If someone throws a punch at me, I'm definitely going to use that as a bridge to climb in there and fold them up and end that. I was a peace officer that's managing violence, okay? No problem with that. But for heaven's sakes, don't go out there and start vandalizing cars because you don't like the person who owns the company that built them. The company that invented that car, that Tesla, wasn't created by Elon Musk. He's not an engineer. And the people that bought those cars probably did so in thinking that they were doing something for the environment by getting an electric car and doing the right thing. And all you're doing is depriving them of money and a means of transportation. And it's not going to harm Elon. You go burn up every car in his lot in front of the dealership. That's not going to hurt him. But if those cars sit there and don't go anywhere and nobody buys them, and there are major problems happening right now with them trying to find enough parking spots to park all of the Teslas that aren't being sold, that is going to make a big difference. You've got to stand up and take space and stand strong and not let them get away with this stuff, but don't go violent. Doesn't work. Anger, be very careful with that. That's not going to work to your advantage. You are better than that. I'm Kerr Cahulan. Thanks for listening. Go out there and be glorious.